Hey, this is Nick, Australian in game again, and I am bringing this video. Before we did a tutorial on how to get started with a duel, I posted in the duel challenge arena, again under an alias. None of the players in actually know me by this name. Vball Michael, V Vball Michael went ahead and okay, but go easy on me. This is funny because V-Ball is actually a champion player. Like I said, he has no idea who I am, and so this should be fun. But he's a champion player, so I'll probably get my butt worked. But this should be fun. And I figured we'd go ahead and record this as we went along, so you get a chance to see, exactly what it is that Alamaze is like. So I am recording some major games right now, but since those are still currently under play, I'm not going to post those until they're done. So let's go ahead. We're just going to reply. And all right. And we're going to go ahead. Now all we have to do is log in because we got the email. If you take a look here, joined with Ancient Ones. Please email me with any questions. He sent us his email because we gave him our email. Like I said, because we gave him our email, then he emailed us, and now as a new player, except these older players are usually way more than willing to help you learn how to play. So if you have questions on the game, they'll definitely help you out. So we're gonna go to Alamaze login. We're logging in as Garrett Jacks here again. Oh, did I put the wrong password? Let me see. Let me see. I forgot the password because it's not my usual game. Oh, I know what it is. I think. Oops. There we go. Okay. I should probably write that down. That might be a good idea. All right. Okay, so now we have the red dragon. As you can see, it's showing up in our drop-down menu. We still have the tutorial, which I never finished because obviously I don't need to. But I'm going to go ahead and open up this game. We need to load the orders to make sure that there's no pre-existing orders, and that just queues it up. And we're going to go down here to the kingdom reports, and I'm going to pull this over to the side, and I'm going to duplicate tab and duplicate tab and do the setup, snapshot, and there we go, the turn sheet. So in this case, I'm going to start with the setup sheet because I want to go over what it is that my guys can do, what my kingdom can do, right? I'm not going to read through all this with you right now. You'll have a chance to read that stuff once you get that. Now we have in the vault right here, we have turn 0 sheets or the kingdom setups for all the games. You can download that in the links right below here. And okay, so we have acuity, right? Groups are never surprised, and axis entrenched. Flight, so we're able to move a lot. Speed is definitely to our advantage. Magic resist death. Kingdom is 33% resistant to magical death spells and effects. So spells like kill leader, wizard spells, death spells, and summon imp, demon high, and high demon spells. 33% resistant. Magic resist sleep, not likely to be slept, but a third less likely to be slept. Rich, we have more gold to start with to spend. Ruthless, we cause fear, right? It's particularly good against population centers. We're not, we don't worry about the walls because we fly right over them. So of course that makes the enemy run faster. Stalwart, we're immune to fear and chaos. And let's see, flanking tactic. We are able to flank, and we cannot be flanked. Flanking is really nice. If we can get the enemy to start running, we can do a heck of a lot of damage to them in their armies. Magical prowess, we're disadvantaged. We're not very magical. We don't have a lot of spells. That's why we have the magic resist death and things of that nature. Fight the last man standing. We can literally may force our army to destroy itself. The way it works in battle is that depending on the tactic that you use, your army is going to fight to a certain level of losses, and then it's going to try to run away or try to withdraw from combat once its level of damage exceeds the acceptable level due to your tactic. Now, if your enemy can force you to fight past that level, they can do a lot of damage to you. Or if once you start to withdraw and you get stuck in a say by somebody who is flanking, they can hinder you and do a lot of damage before you can withdraw. So, and then some people have abilities like night attack, but if I attack with at least a standard attack level, then their night attack doesn't take effect. But if I do attack with a lower level when I try to withdraw, then I'm likely to take a lot of damage. Right? The one thing that red dragons can't do, and it won't matter on this map, is they can't move over sea or water. These, in a regular game, you can cross over water. Ocean squares are playable. Dragons, one of their major problems is that if an enemy just creates a town on the water and you can't go after it. So that's what usually happens when you have an aggressive dragon player. Everybody starts putting their capitals on the water. All right, and these are the list of the spells that I have. We're not going to go through all of these, and then here's the thing. Long range missile, good. Excellent missile, ultimate charge, good melee, good second melee, excellent combined. Storm PCs, renowned, and superior defense. Dragons are the toughest. Red dragons are the toughest troops in the game, bar none. Okay, so they have the toughest of all. So let's take a look at our map, huh? Okay, look at this. Well, our capital is way over here. So we start off in the region of Ezerbright. I'm going to make this a little smaller in there we go. Just a little bit bigger, so easier for you guys to see. And my second red dragon is way over here. Okay, so we are going to be able to unveil this map very quickly because, like I said, the dragons move very, very fast. But I cannot move over anything that says water. See? Right? I can actually, that's just because of this, of course, being a duel. In a real game, I could fly across the water, but I have to start and stop on land. I can't stop on water. So that's the distinction. But I'm going to move very fast because being a flying kingdom, all of this terrain doesn't matter. Now, any kind of a marching kingdom, terrain does matter. Movement costs. Like these movement costs are insanely low because they just fly. Right? Okay, so let's take a look here. What do we got? All right, we have the fixed cities base. We got a duke, a count, a governor, ambassador, a fool, an agent, level 2 agents, and a fanatic. All right. These are our armies. Currently, we have an estimated total value in terrain at 12,076 attack, and we have a versus PC of 17,433. Our army is currently located at GN, Gulf November, and the defense in that town is 10,350. So we would have about just over a 1.5, so about a 1.7% ability over the defense of the town. Now, for your troops to level up, now these are regular troops. Regular troops are just standard. There are green troops, so the only one step up from green troops. Then it goes to a veteran, and then it goes to elite. The the stronger your troops, the more training they have, the more damage they do. Also, the less damage they take. The So you want to keep that in mind. However, if you come at a city and you have, like right here, I have a pretty decent chance of leveling something because it's a 1.7. But say I had like 30,000 versus PC, and I'm attacking a town with 10,000 PC, 10,000 defense. Well, I'm not really going to get much of a chance to bloody my troops in order for them to level. You kind of have to bloody them. They have to take a little damage. All right, and this is the cities that I currently have. I have 2 villages, and I have beginning gold is 40,000 food and 125,000 gold to start with. And I have 14,000 gold coming in a turn and 6,000 food. All right, and our current maximum training level is 11. And the Secret Service of the Ancient Ones, Vball Michael, and Garrett Jax. Now we have skeletons in the closet. This isn't going to play in, well, actually it can play in because I can still reveal them and cause my enemy to lose his some of his influence. But when you're in the High Council, you can actually get somebody removed from the High Council with these. If you can't get on there to vote him off yourself, if you can find out his major skeleton in the closet and reveal that to people, then he'll be kicked off the High Council and you can jump on his seat. So, but in this case, my major is the king has fabricated several stories of his past valor. All right, so my king's not as brave as he likes to think he is. Okay, and then down at the bottom here is our spell lists. All right, so turn 1. Typically, we want to get out there and see as much as we can. So I want to really split up. Oops. Okay, I want to go to the military because what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be using my military to take a look around. I have 2 inactive Red Dragon brigades. So I definitely want to get them moving so I can get this whole map like cleared out as quickly as possible. Now, let me see. So we have to open them up, and the way we open them up is we add something to them. We can add an officer, or we can add an adept, we can add a brigade or something. Let's take a look. I want to have 1. So my main forces are right here. I have brigade here, a patrol actually, and then I have a division here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an extra brigade down here and an extra brigade down here so that we can cover as much of this map as possible. So I'll have 2 working over here. I'll actually have 3 working over here, but I'll be sending 1 up top here, and then yeah, and then get this uncovered as quickly as possible. So let's go over and do a little finagling. So the first Red Dragon, we are going to do transfer inactive. This is order 699. We are going to pick group the 4th Red Dragon, which is inactive for this one. We will put a brigade of Red Dragons. Experience is regular. Quantity 1. We will do Captain Scathia, lowest, and we won't worry about the mage. We will save that order. Oh, the other thing we want to do first and foremost is we want to enamor this region. That'll make it easier for our emissaries to take it as they're bright, as the region we're in. Verify. Okay. Now, we're close to Zanzibar. So we're going to use our Duke and our Count and our Governor here to go ahead and go after those. But something that we kind of want to be sure of is we want to scout it too at the same time. We want to recon the area. You know what? Since I'll use my 3P3 recon area, and we're going to recon IM. There we go. And we are going to politically move emissary 350 and again to IM. Count, move emissary to IM. Governor, move emissary to IM. So I'll have three emissaries there. One to stir rebellion, one to one to stir rebellion, one to rebel, and then one to usurp. So I could possibly get it next turn. The reason I'm setting my agent is because if he happens to send an agent there and sees my guy, he could sleep him, or he could be sending an emissary himself. He could be somewhere in this area and decide to go after this, and then could try to either sleep one of my guys, or he could, have somebody there who's maintaining status quo and could get my guys arrested, basically, and then I got to break them out. It's kind of a pain. I'm also going to set my fool here to entertain the royal court, and I'm going to go ahead and put that on auto. Okay, now let's go back to the military because we're going to be moving some guys around. For the second red dragon, we are going to transfer to inactive, pre-move. And what do we have in the second red dragon? Alright, so we'll drop one of the red dragons group to the fifth red dragon. A brigade of red dragons, experience, regular, quantity 1. And do I have a leader? I do not have a leader. Oh, I do. So we'll use the lowest one. Leader, lowest. You don't need a leader. It's just your troops will get better bonuses in combat with a leader, because leaders add bonuses to your combat. Now, I also want to add a little bit more to these, because I want not just one red dragon, I want something else there too. This way we can take villages and even maybe a town here and there. In this case, we will definitely extra order. So now, you see I've used up all the orders for this group, right? Because you only show one side, or one type of order. So I can create an extra order, and then I choose which red dragon it is. Now I can issue another order for that. So there are certain things that you can do multiple things multiple times. Transferring troops between groups does not take an order, or doesn't take up one of your orders, because you only have so many orders in a space upon your total influence. So I want to now transfer troops, because I already transferred inactive. That's order 699. So this is in the 700, a 700 order. So it's going to come after the 699. So I don't want to, I can't transfer inactive again. Otherwise I'll get an error. So I'm going to go to the fourth red dragon here from the first, right? And I'm going to add a brigade of, we'll put some wyverns in there. Doom, doom, doom. There we go. And experience is regular, and quantity is 1. Okay, then we hit verify, and we have no errors. We can also look up here, and it tells us how much gold and food we have left. Now that didn't cost us any gold or food. Transfers are free. So I need to do the same thing with my second red dragon. Action, we are going to transfer troops to group 5th red dragon, And we are going to transfer from here. Well, let's do Wyverns again. A brigade of Wyverns. And they are regulars and quantity 1. Verify. Okay. Now we're ready to start moving these guys around. All right, so I'm going to have one go north along the coast and then come back down, and then the other one's going to do the same thing. So we're going to continue to like just basically like windshield wipers and clean this thing out. Whatever pattern you use is the pattern you use. One thing, just as a tip, try not to cross over the same line, right? Every time you move, try to uncover something new, so you're not wasting a lot of time. So I got to go to extra order for the first Red Dragons. Now, movement orders do take away from your total amount of orders. If you look here, influence is 11.0. You get 2 extra orders to a total of 13 orders maximum. Right? So far, I've used 6 of my 13 orders. Influence is how you increase your orders. Right? There's a maximum of 25 orders or 26 orders that you can do when you get your influence up. But it's going to make a difference when you're in a game and there's a lot of stuff going on. You could really be hamstrung by not having enough orders, so not having enough influence. All right, so we're going to use a movement here and land movement because we are moving over land. I'm going to have him move first to Geo. And then to Foxtrot November. Foxtrot Lima. Oh, is it Foxtrot Mike maybe? Get ahead, yep, Foxtrot Mike. Sorry. Foxtrot Mike. That should be Foxtrot Lima. And Foxtrot Kilo. Golf Kilo. No, we want to stay Foxtrot right now. Foxtrot Juliet. Now, Red Dragons can move fast. That's one of their things. Normally, you wouldn't be able to move this much. Okay, so he's now Foxtrot India. I'm gonna have him go now to Echo Hotel. I think 7 is the max that he can move. Or 8. Yeah. Alright. I just went through all that, so I'm going to save orders really quick. I don't want to lose them by accident. Okay, so extra orders. Second Red Dragon. We want land movement. Alright, so let's have him, let's see, go this way. So we had the Fox go right down this one. So how about I just go straight out this way? Yeah, we'll do that. GF. We want control of our region. Fox. Golf. Golf Hotel. Golf India. Golf Juliet. And Golf Kilo. Golf Lima. And then finally Golf Mike. Verify. Okay, so now I want to do the other ones, right? So now we created the fourth. It's now, it says inactive, but it is active because a movement order is order number 720. 699 is the transfer to inactive, so that will make that group active. I don't need to do an extra order. I just got to remember, so the fourth was the first. So, all right, we're going to do land movement. And I'm going to go to Hotel November. Now this guy's going to have to turn around and go back that way. So I don't really want to go this way because then he's going to have somewhere to go. And I don't want to waste space. So I'll go down here this time with this guy. And I will go, see, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I'm gonna have to cross my path here just a little bit, but oh well, what do you do? HN, IN, India November, Juliet November, IM, HM, actually no, because this is where I want him to go back. So let's do this again. No action. Okay, we're gonna redo that. So we're gonna go land movement. We want him to come down here. So HN, Hotel November, and IN, India November, Juliet November, IM, JL, KK, JK, and IL. Verify. We have no errors, and we have 4 orders left, which is good because we got to move these guys right here yet. The third, we'll save too really quick. Now the third is over here at GC. They're just a patrol, but we're going to use them. We're going to uncover this corner over here with them. So let's see. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. We can go 8 squares. So let's see what the most. This actually, yep, this is a plains square. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But then we'd be trapped down there, right? We don't want to do that. We can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's probably better right there. And then we can go out this side. Okay, next turn. So with the third, we're going to go to land movement, GB, GA, HA, IA, JA, JB, IB, and then finally HB. We'll end it. Okay, save, verify. All right. And then land movement for the 5th. He is at, he's going to be here because this is where we created him. Even though it shows him at being my capital because he's inactive, he's going to be here because this is where we created him. And let me see, where do we want to take these guys? Right, we had one guy just kick off, go that direction. I think we should go. So we're going to end that one guy here. One guy already went. So I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then he can go down there this turn. So I think that would probably be best. All right, so we will go to FE. FF. FG. FH. Echo Golf. Echo Foxtrot. Foxtrot, Foxtrot. And finally, Foxtrot Echo. Verify. There we go. No errors. 11 of 13 orders. We've moved all our military that we plan to move. We have to figure out what it is that we want to do. Our kingdom customization is a good idea. Alrighty. Kingdom customization, you have to do that on either the first, second, or third turns. Otherwise, it just goes to the standard to get some gold and stuff like that. But let me see, we get 3 points. We want a point of influence. We are playing a political enemy, so we probably want a new baron. He's not very strong militarily, but he is very political, and he can create a ton of food. And let's see. Alright, so we'll get a point of influence when we get that up. And then I know the last thing that I want to do is I want to start training an agent. Which one's our capital? GN. So let's go ahead and we got a fanatic? Yes. Alright, let's train our fanatic. I'm going to put that on auto. I just want to keep training him until I need him, or until I get to the maximum. So save, verify. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to go to summary over here, and this tells me all my orders. Again, I can look at them. After a while, you get to understand what these mean. This is the order number right there, and then this is like locations. It depends on the order, you know. Like this is the name of the army right here. LO. These initials can be either for the location or for the person who's doing it, depending on what the order actually is. So I save the orders. All right. Always, I'm kind of, save the orders because it is kind of a pain. If it crashes, you got to go back and do it all again. All right. So I can sit here and see ready. I see that Michael isn't actually ready. So, but I'm going to go ahead and hit ready. And you see now that my green arrow has checked ready. So now as soon as Vball Michael does his turn, the game will process, and then we'll both receive the results, and we'll do our next set of turns, and then our next set of turns, and our next set of turns. And at first, we're just kind of opening up this board. We're trying to discover the map, as fast as possible, trying to gain some territory, gain control of our gain control of our regions. The way you control a region is through the consensus or the number of people that you have under your rule. So it's kind of a numbers game, and I mean that's the way it works. So once you start to get to the point where you're actually fighting, it can be a lot of fun because you have no idea what is going to pop up. You know, it's like all of a sudden you're like, I lost a town. How did that happen? You know, and you go back and you figure out, and you, oh man, you know, he snuck an agent in there, and I didn't even see it. Um, you know, or he does some tactic that you totally didn't expect. The same thing, you can do the same thing to him. So, and you know, so it's kind of thing. I always have fun creating invisible armies that go around and just like crush centers. It takes a little while to get them started, but when you get them, you know, they come out of nowhere, and you know, there's no defending it. So, okay, so that is that for now. As soon as he gets back to me, whatever, he has up to 72 hours to finish that, um, and then get back to me, and then that's how it works. All right. Okay. This is Trillian signing out.